You've got the festival and, of course, the fireworks on this 4th of July. We'll take you to all the action in Clawson coming up.
Speaking of fireworks, we can hear them outside of our studios here in Southfield. Skies are clear for them as we head into the weekend. Temperatures are going to get cranked all the way up. I'll let you know just how high.
Having 27 dogs is big news to us.
The expression says it all. Neighbors in Dearborn Heights learning what was inside this house. 27 Chihuahuas living in filth. How the hoarding situation got on police's radar up next.
Detroit Police Chief with a call to the community after another fatal shooting.
Search your kid's room. It's your house.
Yeah. What else DPD says parents can do.
Working for you. Fox 2 News at 10 starts now.
The food, the fun, and now the fireworks. Families are gathering across Metro Detroit tonight to celebrate the 4th in style. Good evening. I'm Jessica Dupnack. Fox 2's Dave Kinchin is live in Clawson, where the party's been rocking all day long, but the fireworks just getting started. Dave, show us something cool out there.
Well, I'll tell you what's cool is what we'll be able to show you when all this happens. Moments away here in Clawson. Many people say, you know what, after Detroit, this is probably the biggest fireworks show in Metro Detroit, in this area. Thousands of people from all over Metro Detroit coming to this area. Mind you, they've had a fair, they've got a carnival going on now, something for the kids, adults, live music and everything. And you know what, for so many people, there's just one word to sum it up: tradition. Listen in.
They put on a heck of a good show with the fireworks and stuff. I mean, next to none. I always said next to the Detroit fireworks, I always thought Clawson's put on a really good show.
From the fireworks to the festival, everything you have here, it's they can't, you know, it's a can't miss event. Can't miss 2 days actually, yesterday and today.
That first gentleman, Andrew Sparks, who we talked to. Andrew Sparks, that first gentleman there. Love the name Sparks, by the way. It's very, very fitting. And some fireworks are going off from here in neighboring towns, too. But Andrew said that, you know, he used to live in Clawson, moved about, I think, 25 years ago or so, but always comes back here because it's really the best show in town. A lot of the food trucks, they love that. Again, a carnival for the kids. The nearby community of Troy, they're out here as well. So a lot of people can't wait for those big fireworks to take off. That could be it, or maybe that's one of the many in the area. Anyway, we'll send it right back to you.
Right on cue for you, Dave. You know, it's been a politically charged last couple of weeks. It's nice to see everybody just kind of hanging out, enjoying some hot dogs, fireworks.
Yeah, I mean, I think really politically charged for the last 15 years, really, for a lot of folks out here. But, you know, it's really just about family and community and everybody coming together. That seems to be the main thing for sure.
All right, enjoy the show out there, Dave.
All right.
Well, plenty of sizzle in this holiday weekend. Weather Authority Derek Kevris says we will be feeling the heat the rest of the weekend. Hey, Derek.
Jess, I wish you had fireworks behind you. Dave had fireworks behind him. I got nothing behind me, but we do have a look at the satellite and the radar where we did see some thunderstorms earlier today. Those have come to an end. That definitely ballooned, didn't it? It was right around, what, 4:30, 5 o'clock where we saw those showers and thunderstorms make their way across the area. Thankfully, at this point, things are much more quiet. They are clearer, so those fireworks shows going off without a hitch, which is exactly as we expected. As we move beyond 8 p.m., any chance for rain and thunderstorms will diminish. Now, we do have the stronger line here of showers and storms. That is one we're watching as we head into Sunday. You see, tomorrow is going to be on the drier side as we take a look at Fox Futurecast here, rolling this into motion through the day. On Saturday, we're going to be A-OK. Nothing to worry about. And I think it's going to be a dry Saturday. But Sunday, as a cold front comes through, that is going to knock us down big time. Your evening forecast with those storms gone, temperatures tonight down into the upper 70s. Fireworks are going to be dry. That's good. We're excited and having fun with them already. But as we move into the weekend, look at that. Saturday, Sunday, low 90s, but the humidity makes it feel like 96 and 97. So the heat index is a big deal. We'll talk more about that coming up a little later. Jess, back over to you.
All right, thanks, Derek. A home unfit for dogs, let alone humans. An animal hoarding case out of Dearborn Heights that will make your stomach turn. 27 dogs rescued from their lives of filth, and now they're onto better ones.
And how would one person would take care of 27 dogs? I can't even take care of one.
Well, it turns out she really wasn't. The conditions inside this Dearborn Heights home so bad, the city slapped a condemned sign on the front door. 27 Chihuahuas were inside living in horrid conditions, including a litter of 4 little puppies.
Her having 27 dogs is big news to us.
Big news to neighbors like Rod Elmer-Shetty and to Dearborn Heights police, too, who went to the home off Fleming Street near Annapolis to investigate a dog allegedly being killed by the homeowner's boyfriend. That's when they say they uncovered the conditions unfit for dogs and humans.
Her having that much dogs in this neighborhood, that's not good for us. That's a health situation.
Roz says she never brought any of the dogs outside, so you can imagine the waste buildup. Animal control officers from 4 other cities had to be called in to safely remove the Chihuahuas, and then they were taken to Michigan Humane, where they were given some much-needed TLC. As for their former owner, charges are pending.
Thank God they got solved, so this neighborhood can go back the way it was.
The owner did surrender the dogs, which means they won't have to be held as evidence if she is criminally charged and can be adopted out much sooner. A suspect connected to a deadly shooting on Detroit's east side is still on the run tonight. It happened during a chaotic shootout with police that left a teenager dead and an officer wounded. It all unfolded late last night, and tonight the search for that suspect continues. Here's Fox 2's Lauren Edwards.
Search your kid's room. It's your house. I'm pretty sure they're keeping weapons in the room.
Detroit Police Chief Todd Bettison at Church of the Messiah on the 4th of July, not celebrating the holiday, but reaching out to the community after yet another fatal shooting.
You had a young man who shot my officer last night, 16 years of age, out there past curfew with a ski mask on or a mask covering his face and a .40 caliber weapon with the extended magazines.
Bettison says Thursday night DPD officers were out on patrol in the area of Chester Street and Neff Avenue when they saw a few people with masks on standing very close to a building. Police quickly investigated. He says one of the suspects reached for a handgun and shot the officer in the hand. He says the other officers returned fire, fatally wounding the individual.
Unfortunately, I did have a police officer shot last night. Thank God he's going to be okay. Thank God. I went to the hospital and saw it.
Bettison says a 16-year-old was arrested, but another suspect ran away who police are still looking for. He's now asking parents to step up their involvement.
Go through their phone. Look at their social media page. Get involved. Uncles, aunts, everyone. That's right. Know what your kids, your nephews, your nieces, know what they're into.
It just may save lives. Anyone with tips and information is asked to call 1-800-SPEAK-UP.
For individuals that choose to commit that crime, if they choose to do that, I got the best investigators, I got the best detectives, I got the best technology. I'm fully staffed, and we will apprehend you. We will bring you to justice.
In Detroit, Lauren Edwards, Fox 2 News.
Tragedy on this holiday in Melvindale. A 66-year-old man is dead after a fire broke out inside of his home. It happened on Wood Street near Allen Road and Greenfield. Neighbors called 911 after seeing heavy smoke pouring from a second-floor window. Firefighters arrived quickly and pulled the man from the flames, but he later died at the hospital. No other injuries were reported. The cause of this fire has not yet been released. Right now, the Oakland County Sheriff's Department is searching for a driver involved in a deadly hit and run. It happened just after 11 last night on Baldwin Avenue near Rundle Street in Pontiac. Deputies say a 31-year-old man from Pontiac was riding his bike north on Baldwin when he was struck by a black Jeep Grand Cherokee. He died at the scene. A witness followed the SUV onto a side street where the driver and passenger got out and took off in a silver Chevy Malibu. If you know anything, call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP. Dearborn Heights police say they could use your help finding 2 mini bike bandits. These teenagers, around 14 and 17 years old, are accused of breaking into Studs Hardware on Telegraph near Lehigh on Tuesday. One of the store's main doors now boarded up after the break-in. If you recognize the suspects, please contact Dearborn Heights police. A patriotic blend of red, white, and blue lighting up the sky over our nation's capital. Folks around the Washington Monument had a front row seat to this year's 4th of July celebration. And earlier today, people gathered outside the White House to watch President Trump sign his signature on the big, beautiful bill and make that into law. He's calling it a major win for the middle class, border security, and national defense. Fox's Mark Meredith shows us how Democrats and Republicans are reacting.
After months of negotiations, President Trump's massive tax and policy package, what he dubbed the One Big Beautiful Bill, is now law.
This is a triumph of democracy on the birthday of democracy. It's the most popular bill ever signed in the history of our country. Whether you're military or anybody else, this is the most popular bill ever signed.
The package passed the House Thursday without any Democratic support. 2 Republicans also voted against it over cost concerns. The package adds $45 billion for border wall construction and another $45 billion for detention facilities. It extends tax cuts, which were set to expire, and creates new deductions on money Americans earn from Social Security benefits, overtime, and tips.
Last time we gave you 3% growth and $6,000 into the pockets of the typical family. We're looking at growth much higher than that and more than $10,000 going into the pockets of the typical family.
Democrats say the bill is a bust and that new work requirements for Medicaid and food stamp recipients will leave millions of Americans scrambling for support.
When they learn the details of the GREED Act of 2025, they realize this is the largest consolidation of wealth that we have seen in our nation's history.
Democrats say they want the legislation to dominate their midterm messaging. The Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee says it'll make sure every battleground voter knows how vulnerable House Republicans abandoned them by passing the most unpopular piece of legislation in modern American history. Republicans say they're ready to defend the legislation as they bet Americans will see tax cuts and more border security as something worth celebrating.
We're bolstering our support for the border. We're bolstering our support for our military, which is so important with what's been happening around the world.
So what's next? Well, the focus will be on trade policy. The president says he's very eager to get more trade deals done, and he would be sending letters to a number of countries announcing new tariff rates in the days and weeks ahead. But the celebration at the White House was also about thanking the members of Congress who bet a lot of their own political capital to get the president's package over the finish line. At the White House, Mark Meredith, Fox News.